So today I'm going to be doing another college video for you guys. You guys seemed to really like the one last week, and I asked you guys what you wanted to see on Twitter, and this video won by quite a few votes. So if you could not already tell by the title, today's video is basically 10 things to bring to college that you might not typically bring, or that are kind of like easy to forget, stuff like that. So I hope you guys find this helpful, and let's get started. The first thing I actually can't really show you because it is carts, and I keep looking over here because I have one from my dorm right there. Basically, in my dorm this year, I ended up having 3 carts, 2 in my dorm and 1 in the bathroom, and they're such a lifesaver. They're pretty inexpensive. The ones that I got were from IKEA. I will try to find pictures of them here. If you want to see the way that I use them, I will have my dorm tour linked down below because you can like see everything in them. But basically I had one main cart for like food and storage and that kind of stuff. So I had all of my mugs and like teas, coffee, K-cups, all of that kind of stuff on it. And then I had a Keurig on the top. And then the other one I had by my bathroom counter, and it had 3 like layers to it. And the top layer was like all of my like body and like hair products, face wipes, like basically a like jumble of like things that I used to get ready. And then the second layer was like my straightener, my curling irons. I had like a first aid kit type thing. And then the bottom one just held like miscellaneous stuff and a lot of my laundry detergent, softener, all of that kind of stuff. So it worked out really well for me, and they're super convenient because if you don't want them seen, you can just roll them away, / instead of bins where you'd have to like stack them and open them, you can just like reach in and grab whatever you need. So if you're looking for inexpensive storage ideas, I would definitely consider carts instead of like drawers per se, just because I think that they look a little bit nicer and they're a little bit more durable for basically around the same price, if not cheaper. So that's something that I would look into. The second thing I've talked about a couple times now on my channel, and it is this bed shelf from Target. I think this was like $12 or something like that, and I ended up having a lofted bed this year for my freshman year in college. And it was so convenient. So basically you can see here the side of your bed, like the wood part would go here, and you would just adjust this so that it fits snugly, and you have this little shelf, which is great especially if you have a lofted bed, just because I could put like my phone here, a water bottle, like if I was doing homework in bed, which I never really did, but if I did, I could have like a pen and pencil up here, just like easy stuff to access without having to walk all the way down my bed and all the way back up. And I'm actually bringing it again this year, even though my bed won't be lofted, because I think it would work well as like a bedside table as well. I'm not 100% sure if that will work, but I think it will. Another really great thing about this is if you have a lofted bed and your charger like obviously can't fall because then you can't reach it, you could put it like in between these little slits right here, and the cord wouldn't get like, it's not skinny enough to fall through, so the cord would stay there, which was so convenient. So that was something that I was like debating if I really needed when I was in Target. I was like, this seems like a silly like $13 to spend, but it ended up being so worth it. Next thing I have kind of goes along with that, and it is a 10-foot charger, and I think I got this from Groupon. My dad sent me like 2 in the mail as like a care package over the year, and it was super helpful. But basically it's just a 10-foot iPhone cord. It's pretty self-explanatory, but if you're like me and have a lofted bed, you obviously need something that's going to reach up the like 6 feet or whatever the bed is at. Or also it's really convenient if you're at the library or in a classroom and you need to charge a device, just because the likelihood of that you're sitting next to an outlet is pretty slim to none, and it's just super convenient. And they work pretty well. Also, I have a monogram sticker on mine, which is not really my personal style. I'm not a huge fan of monograms. Honestly, I think it looks a little bit pretentious, but it is actually really nice because it definitely sets your charger apart from somebody else's, and I don't know, it's really great. So I got those on Jane.com. I think it was a pack of like 10 for like $4. And I actually really like them just for that reason, even though, like I said, it does look a little bit pretentious. It's fine. So the next thing I have is lingerie bags, and you can get these at Target or Walmart really for like $1. They're so cheap, and their original use is for like bras and underwear in the wash so that they don't get damaged. but I really like to use them for not only that, I guess, but for like silky items or loose knit sweaters, because sometimes, depending on your school, obviously, the washing machines are probably not the best quality. And sometimes in our washers and dryers, like a little piece of metal from like the top, because you know how they have like the little like holes in them, would kind of like poke out the other way, so a lot of people would come out and their clothes would be ripped. So if I ever had anything like really nice, like Free People, like I said, or like a Brandy Melville shirt or something like that, that's just like a little bit thinner or like not as durable as like a sweatshirt would be, I would typically put them in these bags, and that just gives them like an extra layer to protect from like the washing machines. And I don't know, I really liked them. They've become like a staple for me for doing laundry. They're really good for sorting as well if you're feeling lazy, and like I said, they're really affordable. Next thing I have is just these black velvet hangers. Obviously you don't need to get these specifically, but I would really recommend getting hangers that are a little bit thinner like this, and I really like these specifically because of the texture. One, I think they look nice. I think they're like a nice, clean, crisp look in a closet. But two, if you have any shirts that are like tank toppy or strappy, they don't slide off because of the friction that this causes. So they're really great for dorms. I was able to fit 100 of these pretty comfortably in my closet, to be honest, and my closet wasn't like an abnormally large size, I don't think, at my school. So that was really useful, and they are kind of expensive compared to like the plastic ones. I think you can get packs of like 50 or 100 at Costco or like Target, stuff like that, so you can get them in a little bit better of a deal. But I got mine from TJ Maxx, and I think they were a 25 pack for like $9.99, and I ended up getting 4 packs, which is expensive, but they are something that's durable and will last like a very long time, and they've definitely made a big difference for me. So the sixth thing I have to show you guys is a phone case. And this is just like a phone case with 2 card slots. I can show you on my phone here. I don't particularly love this one. I'm not a huge fan of the color. It's like a dark blue. It's not necessarily navy, but it's like kind of like a greeny blue, and I just don't like it. I thought it was black when I bought it. That's besides the point. But these are super affordable as well. You can get these for like $8. I got mine from TJ Maxx as well, actually, and it's by the brand Penguin. But you can find these on like Amazon or get those little card holders. But the point of this is that they're really convenient for when you go out at night or on the weekends, just because you don't have to carry around a wallet with you. I try to carry around basically as little as possible with me when I go out, just because I'm worried about losing things or dropping things. It's like crammed when you go places. So typically when I would go out, I would just stick my student ID, because that's how I would get into my building at night. And if I thought I'd be going out after to get like food or something like that, I'd put my credit card or like a $5 bill or something like that in there, and it's just a little bit more secure than carrying around your full wallet or anything like that. It's one less thing to worry about. I could just stick it in my jean pants, or like if I was going out with friends and I didn't have pockets, I could stick it in their pocket, stuff like that. Really great. Going along with technology, the next thing I have is a pair of headphones, and I know this seems like something really obvious to bring, but I totally forgot mine, and a few of my friends did as well when we moved in, and so I had to order them on Amazon, and it was just, it's a long 2 days without headphones waiting for Prime to ship. You don't realize how much you're going to need them when you're in college, but anytime you want to watch something on your computer or Netflix and you have a roommate, like, you need to put these in to be respectful. If you're walking to class and you want to listen to music, anything like that. That's also convenient if you have the Apple ones. I'm not saying that these are great headphones, but like they get the job done, because they have the microphone right there. So if you're on the phone with somebody, it's just a little bit more private, because your roommate or whoever you're with, if you're walking, can't hear like the other side of the conversation. So it's a little bit more personal, not by much, because you're obviously still in the room with them. But it's just really convenient to have headphones, and they make a world's difference. The next thing is something that not a lot of people like to talk about, but it is POOPERI. And if you are like me, my dorm setup was a suite style, so I shared a bathroom with 3 other girls, but I think that this would be convenient if you had like hall style bathroom as well. It just kind of takes the edge off the first semester. It's like a funny thing that you can like bring and talk about with your like suite mates and stuff like that. It really takes the edge off of everything, and it's just one less thing to worry about in the adjustment to college. This bottle is definitely overpriced. I want to say they're like $11 each. They might be more. I honestly haven't looked into it too much. I got this as a gift, and then my mom jokingly bought me another one, but this entire bottle lasted the entire year with 4 girls using it. So I think it's worth the money, especially if you are a shy pooper, you know? My camera battery is flashing, so I'm going to quickly go through the last two things. The first thing is an ice cube tray holder. Again, it's just something you don't really think about, but it's really nice to have. I got a pack of 3 of these on Amazon for $5, and you just pop out the ice cubes as you make them. If you want to make iced coffee in your dorm or just like anything like that, it's really convenient to have. You wouldn't think that you need it that often, but I don't know, my entire hall came in to use our ice, so I really liked having it. And then the last thing is just a reusable to-go cup that's decently cheap. I got a pack of 5 of these at Walmart for $4. They're by the brand Aladdin, but they're selling them at Target now, which is really cool. And they just come in like fun patterns like this. This one says roast, brew, drink, repeat. And I love these for just like taking drinks to class. They're really good if you want to go out and bring your own drink. Not that I'm encouraging underage drinking, but if you're going to do it, this is a safer way to do that. It's also not an open container, so if you're going to go out and party and stuff like that, just be safe about it, and this is like an easier way to do that. So like I said, they're pretty cheap, so if you lose them or break them, leave them somewhere, it's not a huge deal. You're not probably going to be heartbroken over it, although I do really like these, and I managed to keep all 5 of mine. I have friends that had these that just kind of like use them as disposables, but yeah, I really like them. So those are all 10 things that I thought I would share with you guys to bring to college if you have started your packing and you're looking for more things to find and stuff like that. These are just some things that I would recommend / were really helpful for me. If you guys liked this video, give it a big thumbs up so that I know to keep making them. Also comment down below if you want me to do this with another type of series, such as like 10 fashion pieces to bring or like 10 bathroom caddy essentials, stuff like that. I think that those would be really fun to make. I will have all of my social media right here. I've been loving Instagram and Pinterest lately, and I love following you guys on Pinterest. It's been so fun. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.